Your dissertation sounds interesting to me. Tell me more. Do you understand the nuances of medical imaging and machine learning? Of course, I read scientific journals for fun in my spare time. You do? You do? Yeah. Wonderful. I've been working on optimizing the resolution for imaging deep in tissues to a subcellular level. Reaching this level requires better contrast, improved electron microscopy. Wrong. You won't be using electron microscopy for that because using an electron microscope requires you to stain with metals, the thing you're looking at, slice it up and irradiate it. So not actually that good for looking at tissues in real time because you're looking at still imaging. So I have to say, Blizzard, you guys didn't really do your research on electron microscopy. There's no movement in those images. They are definitely still images. So if you want to look at real-time subcellular level imaging, you need to look at nanoscopy. Yes, my friends, nanoscopy is a relatively new technology, came out around 2012 to 2014. A lot of manufacturers, including Nikon, have these devices. They can display images sub 100 nanometers. So actually, I do know something about this, which is quite hilarious. And Mercey, I would love to tell her that no, you can't look at moving pictures from electron microscopy. That's not possible. But nanoscopy, it is possible. It's near real time, not quite real time, because you're looking at really, really small things. And so there's a bit of a scanning that happens, but it's pretty much near real time. It's really awesome. Have a look at nanoscopy. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, back to Mercey. Better samples and better convex optimization algorithms for evaluating complex loss functions that digest a massive amount of visual information. We're still not close to completing a universal molecular atlas because of the massive amount of computing power we need to calculate angular orientation of cellular protein complexes. I am now using a lot of big words that are frankly extremely scary, and wow, you're realizing now that I'm one of those once-in-a-lifetime geniuses, and I bet you're hoping that Cupid says something to bail you out here. Okay, so she's claiming that you can, I guess, stitch a bunch of these electron microscopy images together to somehow create 3D. No, that's not gonna. You can have all the data in the world, and it's not gonna help you because the electron microscopy is taking a 2D image. So you're slicing whatever 3D thing and you're getting literally a 2D image from it. There's zero depth. Like imagine you have a ball and you slice it in half, like an orange, you slice it in half and you're looking at the top down view, right? There's no depth there. It's just a flat, looks like a circle, right? So it doesn't matter how many of these electron microscopy that you take, you're not ever going to get enough of them to build any sort of 3D map. The best you can hope for, I guess, is the nanoscopy stuff, because that is using light and it's looking at the object that's unadulterated. So again, with electron microscopy, you have to do a lot of things to the sample that generally can destroy it. Like you're using a lot of chemicals, you're using heavy metals, you're using radiation. All of these things can affect organic life. And all of those things possibly can make artifacts. So electron microscopy has this massive problem of artifacts. You can get random things that you might think are something like a virus or whatever, but really it's just the cell breaking down. That's where the nanoscopy comes in, because you don't have to do anything to the sample, but people still strangely enough, want to put things in their sample. Like, for instance, they love putting dyes in their sample. But that's really, when you're studying biology, it's idiotic to put anything in your sample. If you want to colorize something, you can do it afterwards. You don't need to put things in it. But they'll make claims like, oh, if I put this dye, then it reacts with this protein or whatever, and then I can colorize it automatically. But just don't mess with your samples. Take your samples, look at them under the nanoscopy, and then write a report on what you see. If you start putting things, adding things in, adding chemicals, then you're going to distort what you're seeing because you're no longer seeing the original sample. Anyways, that's a little bit long. I don't need Cupid to bail me out though, because I'm confident in talking about this subject.